One of the questions that I was going through, because I've gone through different types of sales, and I'm sure that you have been a student of the always be closing. That probably rings a bell for you,
Of
right?
course.
And then you got one more that became, I think it became weak, but maybe you can educate myself even on this. We started to use the term of like consultative selling. And I would always sit back and I'm like, gosh, that just sounds like an order taker that says, I can ask you a bunch of questions, but I really am not a hunter. So I wanted to kind of just pick your brain on what your thoughts are between always be closing, which meant I'm going to rip your head off, take all the money that I can get from you, and when you leave, I will call you later. Or the second one is, hey, can I just, tell you what to do if you like me? I kind of leave and we go from there. Where do you think this market is? And what are your thoughts on those 2 or 3 things?
Really damn good question. I think I can do a good job answering this. I've been in sales for a long time, and the first half of my career, if you will, was probably the ABC. Dude, I'm going to make as much money as I can. I'm in it for me. When I get a deal, it's like, dude, I could care less. Like, I get paid. We're all good here. And it's because of that mentality and that approach that I had that salespeople in general more or less have a negative stigma. So when I lived in Miami, I did a man on the street type interview type thing. I just walked up to random people in Biscayne Park downtown, and I was like, "Hey man, I got a YouTube channel. Can I just ask you a question?" Yeah, sure. What comes to mind when you think of the word salesperson? Not one person was like, "Oh, dude, somebody that provides a lot of value and solves problems for me in exchange for my money." Every single person was like high pressure, pesky, those types of words, and just shedding salespeople in a bad light. And, again, it's the mentality of, hey man, let's go get this bread, get this paycheck that ends up ruining that. Therefore, larger companies, car dealers, software companies, our account executive, here's our business development rep. Here's our consultant, here's our blah, blah, blah. And it's like, now we're just soft as hell. And it's like, yeah, we're just consulting here. You don't have to buy blah, blah, blah. And that's where, where with my Stuparism, I like ABC. I think that's kind of a cool mentality to have of, always be closing. But really, I'm a person. I got sell shirts that say make sales again. And the way through that is by ABV, as in always bring value. As long as you're bringing value, you're entertaining somebody, you're educating them, you're doing a good job of providing them with value, you don't have to worry about closing them because they're going to make the right decision in their own best interest. You're just there along the ride to help broker that deal and help them come to their own conclusion that they need to do something about the problem that it is that they actually have.
I think that is, I think that you nailed it, because I think that at the end of the day, salespeople are the push for the organization. And I think that if you don't have people that are trying to, I don't want to say convince, that kind of goes into the kind of one of the questions that I was going to bring up as well, is it's like, usually sales get to a point when marketing meets decision time. It's, hey, look, we've got some marketing out there. Now you're going to meet our representative. And what I've seen now is that a lot of people are like, oh, because there's become better marketers, right? I mean, there really has. People have become better marketers. The closer to marketing has gotten closer over the years.